Pastor Andrew recently preached a sermon on Jonah chapter 3, and in it he made the point that God often calls us to unexpected places and to unexpected people. And like Jonah, we often resist that call. And so Pastor Andrew challenged us to ask ourselves this question: who do you weep over, and whose destruction do you revel in? And I thought that that was a really important thing for us to consider. Who is it that we are sorrowful for? Who is it whose pain we find it easy to empathize with? And who is it that we rejoice almost when they're suffering? Of course, we don't outright rejoice, because that wouldn't be very Christian. But we take a certain attitude of, well, they had it coming. There's a certain sense of justice or satisfaction. And in the book of Proverbs, in chapter 24, in verse 17, the author writes, "Do not rejoice when your enemy falls, and do not let your heart be glad when he stumbles." It is human nature for us to rejoice when bad things happen to the people that we consider our enemies, or to the people that we consider to be deserving of bad things because of their character or their behavior. That's the natural response. But God calls us as believers to a supernatural response with the help of the Holy Spirit, to love those who are our enemies, to do good to those who don't do good to us, to work for the benefit of those who maybe even have been unkind to us, to pray for those who mistreat us. So let's take a lesson from Pastor Andrew's message. Let's take the time to reflect over who we are able to be compassionate toward, and who we feel a certain sense of justice when they get what we think they deserve. Because the bottom line is that God is gracious toward us. If he gave us what we deserve, none of us would be standing. Certainly none of us would have the hope of heaven. But God is gracious toward us, and we need to extend his grace to others.